Hi guys, and welcome to Visual C++ tutorial of an advanced payroll management system. Now guys, I'm going to show you how this works. First of all, let me show you guys the database. That is the database. And as you can see, there's nothing on this very database. So I'm going to leave it open the way it is. Okay, I'm just going to kind of like minimize it. Okay, just click on Add. Take note of the details we have in here of Mary Allen. If I click on Add, as you can see there, I've officially clicked on Add. There we go. Record saved on database, on payroll database. I'm going to click on OK there. So let's go straight now to the database. That is the database. As you can see, there's nothing in there, but when I close it and reopen it, there we should be able to see Mary Allen's details. Now I'm going to close that and just minimize it. Okay guys, let us start work with a new Visual C++ payroll management system project. So I'm going to exit out of here, click on yes, and I'm going to click on new project, and let's select CLRMT project.NET framework C++. Click on next and give that project a name. I'm going to call it CPP payroll system, and I'm just going to enter asset there. Okay, CPP payroll system asset, and let's click on create. There we go. And right there, the development environment is ready. Now to create the form, I'm going to do as follows. You see right here, that is the property. Click on the property, and right here this dialog box pops up. Make sure the platform is 64-bit, and let's select linker. Inside the linker, you want to select system, and to your right you should be able to see subsystem, and drop that arrow down and then select Windows Subsystem Windows. Go back to the configuration area, select Advanced. To your right is entry point, change that to, just enter main in there, and then you click on apply, click on OK there. Now the next thing you want to do is back into your Solution Explorer, right click on the name of your project and select Add. Inside Add, come right down here, select New Item. This dialog pops up. Inside this dialog, select CLR and select Windows Forms. Right here, the name of the default Windows form is myform.h. I'm going to leave that name as myform.h and just click on Add. There we go. Our development environment is getting ready, although we do have an error right now. Click on the Solution Explorer. Inside the Solution Explorer, we need the file that is called myform.cpp. Double click on myform.cpp. And right here, we're meant to enter some lines of codes, but I'll make life easy for myself and for you guys. Let's go to the forum where we can get the lines of codes to use. You see here it says Create C++ window application in Visual Studio 2017, and this code still works for it. These are the instructions that I followed, though the application I'm using is 2022. Right here, those are the lines of codes. To copy that, I'm going to include the URL for this forum onto the description area for you guys to have a look yourself. Paste the lines of code that I've just copied, and I have an error. Now what it's asking me is I must enter the name of my project. So I'm going to call it CPP payroll system. There we go. and this error should disappear. That is it, my form is ready. You can run the program right now if you want. I'm going to run it. The form should appear, but unfortunately the form is not physically on the Solution Explorer just yet. And let's see if the form is coming up now. Right there, guys, that is the form. I'm going to close that and let's go back to the Solution Explorer. The form is meant to be here, but it's not right there for now. So the only way out for us is to log off and reopen the system. So I'm going to close it. Just right click in here and open the project again. That is the project right up there. Click on that. And there we go, it's coming up now. There we go. So let's go straight into the Solution Explorer. There. And that is your form right there. If you double click on it now, the form should be visible. There we go, that's the form. Make sure your form is selected. Now go straight to the properties. Inside the properties, we now want to change the form to 1386 by 788. Scroll right down, see where we have start position, this very one here. Let's get it centered. Center the screen. And come right down, you see where we have window states. Change the window states to maximize. I'm now going to go straight to my toolbox here. Pin that down. And I will select the panel. Just draw that panel that much. And let's go straight into the properties. I'm going to change the back color of that very panel to cadet blue. Oh, let's increase this a little bit more. Okay, just decrease it. Alright, and up here I'm going to add a label. Just going to drag the label all the way. And I'm going to change the properties of that very label. Let's come in here, you see where we have auto size. I'm going to change that to 4. Border style, I'm going to change that to fixed 3D. Now I'm going to change this to cadet blue. Sorry, that is the back color is cadet blue. And border style, I'm going to leave that as, or let's just leave it like that. That's normal. And right in here, let's change the font size of this label to maybe about 48. Make that bold. And let's change the font to Payroll Management System and get it centered. There we go. Now let's go back in here, grab hold of the panel, draw the panel here, and change the back color of that panel to control. There we go. And now I'm going to copy this very panel, take it to the side and just reduce the size that much. Good. Now I'm also going to copy it, bring it right here and change, or just drag it down and then change the back color to cadet blue as well. Now this very one, I'm going to copy it, copy, paste it right here, and I'm going to kind of like half the size of that. Let's make it about 90. Okay, that's 100 and something, that's okay. Now I'm going to copy this again, and let's reduce it, make it half of that. Copy and copy another one here. There we go. Okay, and right here I'm going to copy this, paste it right here, drag it right down about that much. Right, and let's copy this to the other side. And right underneath here I'm going to add 5 buttons. We have 1. Let's change the properties of this very button to something readable. I'm going to make it about 30 bold. Now copy. We have 2, 4, and 1 more. Okay, we're gonna have to rearrange the button a little bit. Okay, we have our button in place anyway. Now we now need to add some labels up here. Grab hold of labels, paste it here. Change the font size of that very label to maybe about 20. Make that bold. And let's copy it. So copy the label. Copy again and again. And copy one right there. Hold on to the control, click and drag. Okay, so I'm going to need 4 here. And 2 here. Then we have 1 here. Let's move this like this. And 1 here. And 1 more here. Right, let's reduce the size of these so that we can increase the size, the width of that. Okay, we need 4 here, and we can just add 3 here. That's good. Now all of these labels here, the input data for them will be label as well, so I'm going to modify that. Go straight to the properties. Right inside the properties, I'm going to change as follows. Auto size, change that to false. Border and background color, I'm going to make it white. Border style, I'm going to make it fixed single. There guys, look at that. Looks exactly like a label. I'm going to I'm going to align it to the right and get rid of the text content in there. Delete. So now let's copy this. We have 2 here and 4. Then we need 2 below, and we need 1 here. 1. Okay. And another 1 here. Right. Then we need 4 here. Bring that down. Alright. And here we have deleted 4 labels, or remove 4 labels. Put back 4 labels. Okay. We need just 1 label here. And let's come in here. Let's grab hold of a combo box. 1 combo box here. one combo box here. Let's change the fonts of those components to 20 as well. There. Now we need text box. Text box. Change the font to 20 as well. Bold. Now copy. Copy. That's good. Alright, we now need 3 text box here. Let's grab hold of one and modify that. Then 2 and 3. Alright guys, we're getting there. We're almost there now. Now, for the buttons, let's change 1 or 2 things there on these buttons. Smooth that in. Okay. Now all of these buttons, I'm going to reduce their width. Let's see, what's the width? 193. Select it all, and I'm going to make it, let's say, 188 by 51. Okay, we should have enough room now to squeeze this one in properly. And there, that will be exits. The variable name for that will be btn exit. The next one will be reset. And change the data name to reset. And here, pay reference. Variable name will be pay reference. Then we have add new, btn add new. Variable name will be add new. And finally, that will be payment. And the variable name will be btn payment. There we go. Okay guys, let's come in here now, and here I'm going to add a rich text box. Oh, before that, okay, I can still add my rich text box anyway. I will amend it later on. Alright, but in here, okay, if you're going to get it confused, I can always delete the rich text box. Do this first. Let's go back to the toolbox. Inside the toolbox, let's pin that down. We need 2 components here inside this very panel. The first one I'm going to need is the menu. Let's go up here for menu script. There we go. That's our menu script in there. In there you can just enter as follows. Then here, let's say we have new, then we can open a file through it. Then let's save and print. Then what else can we do? We can exit. There we go. And beside it here, let's enter edit. Inside the edit, we have, let's enter copy, and we have paste, and we can cut as well. There we go. And right here we can say we have tools. Inside the tools we have color, then we have font, and that would do. Okay, so that is that done for. Now the other object we're going to be adding is the tool strip, this very one. Double click on that. There, that is it right underneath there. And as for the tool strip, here I'm going to add open. So let's click on that. Select the button. I'm going to need the properties. Pin down the properties. Okay, so make sure the button is selected. Come to the image. Click on the image. And navigate to wherever you may have your image. I think I have mine in here. That is it, VB image. I've provided a link on the description area for you guys. So let's go in the large color and select that. So we have new in there. The next one is going to be open. Add another button. Click on the image right there, open. Okay, if you want, the choice is yours. Make sure you give your project a name, so you can call that, I'm just gonna call it BTN open. Okay, TSBTN open. So that's the name of that. This one as well, I'm going to call it new. Now create another one. The other one is going to be button as well, and I'm going to change this to save. Where is the icon for save? There we go. And change the name of that to TSBTN save. There we go. Now I'm going to add three separator, 1, 2, 3. Now the next one is going to be a printer. Add a button again. Go to the image. Let's look for printer. There. We have printer in there. Go right up. Give your product a name. Printer. There. Beside the printer, I'm going to add 3 buttons. 3 separators, 2 and 3. Then I will add 3 buttons. The first one is going to be copy. Let's copy. Change the name to copy. The next one, that will be another button. Grab an image for that and change. Let's look for paste here, and change the name to paste, the variable name to paste. Nice. Now here I'm going to add another button. Come right here and grab hold of the cut and change the name to cut. There we go. That is good. So beside it, I'm going to add 3 separators and 1 more. Okay, and here I'm going to add a label. So that label is going to be for my date. So I can call that TSLBL date. There we go. And right here, I'm now going to add a rich text box. Now you see the reason why I decided to add the rich text box at the end of the interface design. So this rich text box is going to be for our payslip. There we go. Now let's name this one. This is going to be known as net pay. Then we have the gross pay here. No, that is deduction. So this one here, we're going to change the name of that very one to LBL net pay. Okay, and so on. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. And there we go, guys. I'll finish up with the naming for each of the components. And for each component here, like the pay reference, this one is called CBO pay reference, and this is LBL wage reference. And here these are text box. So employee text box, TXT employee, that's full name, TXT name, CBO gender, and so on. So let's run it and you guys just see how it all looks like. There we go, guys. That is how the interface is looking right now. There's nothing happening for now. Okay, let's finish up work with the design, then we can start work with the programming part of it. So I'm going to exit out. Now let's select these three text box, and inside the text I'm going to enter 0.00, press enter. Very good, so that's taken care of. Now let's come in here. You see this combo box. I'm going to look for the item inside the properties. Item. There we go, items. Click in there. See the top of it, that's going to be 0, that's 1, that's 2. Those are the index. So I'm going to start with 1. So that's going to be female. Index 1 is female. Index 2 is going to be male. There we go. And I'm going to select the pay reference. Come in here, click on the pay reference. Index 0 is going to be empty, while index 1 we have as follows. So we have index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, and just 5. So these constant are the reference number for all of the employees. Okay, if you have more than one employee, then you can enter their details here, so that's fine. Now that is done, if we run it, we should be able to see those values that I just enter in there. So let's see. Alright, index 0 is empty, so index 2 has that, and so on. So let's look at the other one. That is good. So the reason why the index are important is because I'm going to use them to clear the system. Example of what I'm talking about, I should be able to show you guys that here right now. You see where we have reset, double click on reset. So press enter inside reset, and let's go for, let's use try cash here. Let's try that again. So CBO dot selected index, and that will be equals 0. Okay, and the other one is CBO selected gender selected index, that will be 0 as well. There we go. Then we have BTN. Oh no, it's not BTN, it's TXT, city wage. So that's going to be dot text equals 0.00. There we go. Alright. Now TXT basic pay. TXT overtime there. Then I think we have more, one or two more TXT. The address, we're gonna clear that. No, address, yeah, we clear that. We clear the address. So let's see what and what we can clear. TXT employee, we're not going to clear that. So we're going to enter some value in there, and that is going to be Pan Africa. That's the employee. Then let's undo that. Let's see if there's any more TXT. Postcode, clear that. Now TXT, I think that's it for the TXT. So let's go for LBL. LBL deduction, clear. LBL, the gross pay, clear. LBL net pay, clear. LBL NI code, LBL NI number, clear. That's good. LBL NI pay, clear. LBL, we have pension, clear. LBL pension paid. LBL student loan, clear. LBL, let's see, we're in student loan now, almost done. We have tax, clear. LBL, we have taxable, clear. LBL tax code, clear. Now LBL, we have tax code done, tax period, clear. LBL wages, wage reference, clear. Alright, so that takes care of my resets. There's one more, RT, that will be pay reference. Pay, no, it has no name yet, okay, but I'm going to call it Payslip. RT Payslip, that will be dot, clear. So now let's come down here and take care of the cash. That will be exception EX, and right underneath here we're going to enter as follows. So we enter a message box there, message box, column because it's using a method, and we just enter exception dash message. There we go. So the only one that I'm missing out is the payslip, and that is the rich text box. So let's give that a name. Let's come in here, select the rich text box, go straight to the properties, right in here. I'm just gonna give that a name. There we go. That is the rich text. That is the name for the rich text box, RT payslip. Now that is out of the way, so let's take care of the exit button. Double click on exit. So this should disappear anytime from now. So we come right there. I'm going to copy this, come right down here. So let's use try cash, try there, and come right underneath here, paste the cash. Let's see, why is this one not cleared yet? It is alright then. I think it's meant to be there. Yeah, C++, so it should be this arrow. Okay, then here I'm going to declare the following. So for the exits, let's say dialog results. I think it should work like that. Let's see, and that will be I exit. No. Okay, let's come in here and take care of this then. If it doesn't work like that, then we'll use as follows. Let's say system column Windows column, then that is forms column there. Okay, it works like that. Alright, let's come down here. So my variable is declared anyway. Let's say I exit. I'm just going to take in the following message. Let's say message box column show the following message. Confirm if you want to exit. So that is my very first argument, comma. The second argument will be the name of my project, so I can just call it Advanced Payroll System. That's my second argument. So the third argument, I'm going to put a comma, and let's call that buttons, message box buttons, column, yes or no, comma. The next one is going to be message box icon. Let's look for an icon here. I'm going to go for question mark icon. Let me type it out. Message box icon. There we go. That's an icon there. Column question, semicolon there. So I'm now going to use a selection statement. If, let's say, I exit equals dialog result column yes, no, I have to enter all of these things. If that is yes, then we just need to say close there. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to delete that. I think that's why. Okay, I've decided to use close. Normally I just use application column exit, but it seems to see close somewhere, I don't know, but let me comment this out and let's try this code close. But then I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use it straight inside my menu. Okay, the menu created for the system. So let's come right here, and that's the menu there. Drop this down, double click on exit, and instead of typing out the whole code, we just need to call that very function, comma E there. Get rid of this. So that should take care of exit there. Now I'm going to run that, and let's run it and see. I want to make sure that close works here. It works in C#, so let's see if it's going to work here. C++, and this is my first time of using that in C++ as well. So exit, yes, it's working. Exit, yeah. Okay, that's another method that I've just implemented, so I'm going to leave that in there. So you have a choice, either you use close or you use application.exit. That is fine. So we've taken care of that. Now let's take care of this other menu. I'm going to take care of, let's take care of new, this other one. Let's take care of the easy ones for now. I'm going to copy these again. Come right down here using try cache again and paste that underneath here. And here, that is new. So I'm going to say RT dot clear. There, that is it. Done. That's for the new. And I'm going to call this straight away in the other menu itself. So grab it, come back in here, go to file, double click on new, press enter, paste that in there, press enter E, get rid of the system objects. That is that. Just call whatever I have in here is called here as well. Okay, so that is taken care of. For open, save and print, we do need some more objects in here. Let's see, yeah, we need objects here for all of these. So let's come back to, I'll go back to the toolbox. I'm going to pin that down. I need color, dialog color. I need font. There is font. There we go. Then come down here, print document, print dialog. We need open dialog, save dialog. Yeah. And what else do we need? Okay, I think, okay, whatever, if I come across any other thing, I just come here and check that out as well. Alright, for now, so we have all that dialogue in place. Oh, let's do this. Because this C++ program is going to be using assets, MS assets. So let's go into where I have my assets, and I'm going to copy. That is the program I intend to use. And I'm going to copy that and just dump it in here. So let me open it so that you guys see that there's nothing inside that asset database. You see that? It's empty. I've included the link of this to the description area for you guys. So I'm just going to copy it and dump it inside my C++ folder. Paste. Right there. So I can close this now. Even the C++ folder, minimize that. We may have to have a look at that to verify the input on the database. Okay, now that is done. Now let's go into our Server Explorer. If you don't have your Server Explorer, you go to Tools, go straight to Tools, and you just select Connect to Database. That is it right there, the same thing. Okay, there, that opens up the Server Explorer and this dialog. Inside this dialog, the first thing you want is the driver that you're going to be using for your database. The one we're using is Microsoft Access Database File, OLEDB. So if that's not the one you're using, or if you have the wrong one in here, all you need to do is click on change and just select the one you want. This is the one we intend to use. So the next thing is the location of the database that I've just shown to you guys. I'm going to click on browse and let's locate the location. Let's look for the location of that. Yeah, right in here somewhere. Let's scroll right down. Database should be here. There we go. CPP Payroll System. There. Alright. And now I have my database in place. So we can test to confirm that is there. Very good. Test connection succeeded. Click on OK. Now let's click on Advanced. See inside the Advanced, drag that. What we need is we need to know the provider. That is it. And this is the the connection that I want. I'm going to copy all of that. Copy. That is copied now. Click on OK. And I'm going to get rid of this admin. Click on OK. There. Alright, I don't have any more use for that. So let me click on my form. Right here inside the form, let's go right up. So right here. So I'm going to say using name space. That's going to be, oh, wrong spelling, space, and that is going to be system : data. That will be column OLEDB. There we go. There, and now have the library in place. Okay, now I can then go straight underneath the fragment there and just create the object that I need. Come right down here. There we go, right here. And now I'm now going to enter OLEDB connection. That is it right there. And my connection name is going to be connect. So this connect, there should be a ref in there. That is going to be equals garbage, new garbage collector, and that is going to be OLEDB connection. Alright, and inside the connection I'm now going to have the address that I copied earlier. That is the address that I copied, yeah, using this Server Explorer. Now you see I have an error here, so to get rid of that, you see this backspace, it has to be double backspace. Let's make that double, and double here as well, and that is it, and enter semicolon there. Okay, that is the address where my database is. You do need this, you must do it exactly the same way. Okay, if you can't find this, or if you forget it, all you need to do is go back in there. You see your Server Explorer, click on your Server Explorer. That is the that's the database in there. Right click on it and select the properties, and right inside the properties, that is the address that I've just copied, this very one. That is it. You can see it, connection string. That is it right there. Okay, alright, so that is sorted. Now let's go back in there. I also need to declare some more variables here. So those are going to be double, and I'm going to have inner city. The inner city will be for anyone working in the city. That's this extra wages you get for working in the city. Then you have the basic pay. Then we have overtime. Then we're going to have tax. Let's move this down so that we don't have, we have tax, comma. Then we have pension, comma. Then we're going to have student loan. Should be an N there for student loan. Yep. Comma. Alright, we have student loan. Then I'm going to have NI payment, comma. Then I'm going to have period. There we go. Those are the variables I'm going to be using. I've set them up here as a global variable. Okay, and in here, that is the address of my database. Okay, that is it. You need your own address, so Me breaking this down into double lines makes no sense. It will only give me an error. You do need your own address, so just copy your own address and there. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now let's try out this to make sure it works. I'm going to copy the name, the connect that I made up. That is just like my variable, or you can call it object. I'm going to come into form load and let's try that out. Okay, let's double click on the form. There we go. And I'm going to use try cache. Let's copy all of this, paste it right here, and in here I'm just going to enter connect dot open. There. Alright, let's enter a message in there to confirm if it opens or not. So in here I'm just going to enter as follows. Let's say connection. So connection is successful. There we go. Alright, so if I'm able to connect correctly, this message should pop up. Right, so let's save that, or let's add some more. I'm going to add some more gadgets to that, so let's grab hold of all of this. Yeah, why not? I just want to be sure that the connection is very, very successful. Paste that in there. Then I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to information. Yeah, and I'm going to change this to OK. There we go. Alright, just to try it out. It's just for testing, that's all. You don't really need it. So I'm going to save and let's run. The 6 time is now coming up. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. So the database connected successfully. You can see my information icon, my dialog, and so on. That is fine. Okay, so I'm going to exit out, or we can click on exit right here. There we go. Yes, that is good. Alright guys, so like I said, this is just to try that the system is working. So I can comment it out or just delete it. I'm going to comment it out for now. And right inside my form load, this very form load itself, okay, I'm going to do as follows. I'm going to create an object for the date, and I will say it's going to be called time, and this time will be equals date.now. Date time column now. Okay, and date.now, let me declare a local variable, and I'm going to call that local variable month, and that month will be equals date time. So it's taking in whatever value we have in here, dash 2 months. So that should give me the numeric value of the month. So I'm using one stone to kill 2 birds here. Now let's say LBL tax period dash test. That is going to be equals, it has to be converted. Let's say convert to string, because it only takes in string character. And what am I converting? I am actually converting whatever we have in months, because months is an integer. There we go. Now let's find out the other one. I think it's called I call it TSLBL dates. Yeah. So I'm going to say dot text, that will be equals. I want it to be, this is string column. We want you to get it formatted, and once it's formatted, I want the following in there, and that is going to be, let's put it in curly braces. Column, the month format, I'm going to put / date / and I'm going to put year 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's how I want you to display the year, and then close that up here. Now I'm going to say comma date.now. Grab this there, column now. So that should give me the date as well. So the date is going to be inside our text box on the menu bar, and this should show me it's the month August. So when this form loads, that's what I should get. If there's any error, this should pop up. Let's get rid of this. This just, yeah, get rid of it. I'll finish with that anyway, so that it becomes a little bit much clearer, so that I don't confuse you guys. Okay, so I'm going to run it now. Let's click on run. There we go, guys. Right there we can see the dates. It's 8, that's the month, the 8th month of the year, and here the dates. Okay, let's check this and make sure it's bold. Let's go back in here and select that. Let's look for the properties here, and I just need something to make it bold. Let's see, fonts here. Let's make it a little bit much more readable, bold. Let's see. Okay, that's much better. Alright, so let's run it one more time. There we go. Alright, let's take care of 1 2 3, some other easy ones before we come to the serious ones. Okay, let's take care of those easy ones. Exit out. Now that I have, I think I've done this one. Let's see. Yes, no, I haven't. Alright, I'm going to copy this. That is copy. Come right down here. Try cache, and that was copy, so it's going to be RT Payslip dot copy. There, that takes care of copy. I'm going to copy all of this and use it for the others, and double click on paste. There, changes to paste. That's paste taken care of. Let's take care of cut, and that is cut. Let's come right here, paste, and change this to cut. There. Now let's see how we've done it on the other side. Okay, right here, copy. No, it's not done, so I can just copy and paste that. Where's the address? That's the address for copy. Instead of reinventing the whole wheel, just copy that, come right down here, paste that in there for copy, enter a E there, delete this. We have that of copy in place. Now back. Now paste, double click on paste, come right down here. Where is paste? Let's call this is paste. Copy the link or the function area, paste that in there, enter the address right there, and get rid of this. Now we then need to take care of codes. That is codes. I'm going to copy all of this again. So I'm just calling the functions that I've already put together. So let's go back to the form to double click on that. Now double click on that, and there. Okay, so I'm going to try out all these that I've put together, just using anything. So let's run. Alright, so let's enter whatever in here, just anything. Okay, so if I select, I should be able to copy. Let's select it all, copy, and I should be able to paste. Very good, it's working. Now let's try out cut. There, paste, select it all, cut. Alright, that is fine. So we've taken care of that as well. So we just need to take care of, let's paste again. I want to make sure that's it, the new is working. Paste again, test the new here. That's fine. And welcome back to the third part of this tutorial. Now let's take care of these buttons there, these three and this very one here. So when we select this, we should be able to populate the individual employee information here. So I'm going to start with this first. Let's exit out, come right here. Now double click on the pay reference button, and right inside the pay reference button, the very first thing I would like to do, let me show it to you guys properly. I'm going to start by using try cash as well. Let me just copy all of this, and let's scroll back down. Right here inside the pay reference procedural area, paste that in there. I'm going to get rid of this. What I'm wanting there is for the system to generate random reference number for me. So I'm going to start by using this random function here. Then I'll just say refer to the random variable or instant that is created, then garbage new, and that is going to be random, enter parenthesis there. Now let's assign the value straight into the, it's called LBL wage reference, that is dot text, and that's going to be equals, since it's a text, so I'm going to have to convert it to string character. So to string, there we go, to string, and it's going to be ren dot next, and that is, let's just make that up, I'm going to say about 11,000 plus, comma, and up to, we can go for about 365,000 plus. Okay, there. Okay, that will do. Yeah. and that is that taken care of. So if I run it now, that should be able to generate random number for me. So let's end that here. Okay, so let's run and see. Run. There we go. So let's try that out there. Okay, that is taken care of. Now employee, I want that to be permanently Pan-Africa. So I'm going to just, let's exit out first and take care of that as well. Come in here, select the text box and come right down here, just enter Pan-Africa in there. Yeah, employee. Okay, that is taken care of. And let's go into the reset. The reset should always display Pan-Africa. Yeah, it's there already in the resets. That's fine. Now, you see, based on the values that I have in here, I want to be able to populate the information of an individual employee. So I'm going to come right here. These are the values, or the employee reference number. So let me just copy that. Okay, so I'm going to double click on this combo box. Right inside this combo box, let's do as follows. So I'm going to paste all that. Okay, then I'm going to use try cache. Let's grab hold of this. So let's say try cache, and I'm going to be using conditional statements there. So the very first one I'm going to go for, first of all, let's copy this. I'm going to comment this out so that it doesn't collapse the system. Now let's go back in here. I'm going to copy whatever I have in here. Okay, let's just copy that. Now back in here and double click on that combo box. So right inside this combo box, using if statements, I'm going to paste that there anyway, but using if statement, let's make this one a global variable. No, sorry, a local variable. Paste it right up here. Oh, local object, I mean. Alright, using an if statement, I'm going to go for if CLB pay reference, let's say that text equals as follows, and the first value we're talking of is this. I'm going to grab hold of that, dump it right in here. If it's, and that should be equals, yeah. Then in that case, generate whatever value for me here for this guy, but we need the names, so we can generate that. Then let's say txt first name or full name, the text that to be equals, depend on whatever name you want to enter in there. So we can just enter Tony Anthony, right, as the first individual. Now for Tony Anthony, let's take care of the address, postcode, and so on. We already got his reference. Maybe paste this one on top. Okay, now txt address, and that is equals Let's say we have 45 Tommy's Lane. There. Then TFC postcode, and that is going to be there. That's the postcode. Then let's make up okay, let's say gender. This gender, yes, we do have facility for gender, but we can also change it as well if we want. Now that is done, we now want LBL tax code dot text. Instead of having to write that all out, I'm going to ask the system to generate tax code for me. So I'm going to grab this, paste that here, and just change the value around. Just change this to something else. Okay, so the system will generate that. Then it will also generate, let's grab hold of this. I will ask it to generate the NI number. Yeah, we can do that. BTN NI number. There. LBL NI number, then LBL NI code. There. That is good. All done. Okay, that is it. All done. Let's do one thing. I'm going to grab hold of this. Just let's put it down here so that it kind of like look even. Bring it here. Yep. Yeah, it looks much better. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other ones. I'm going to copy this. So let's copy that, use an if statement, else if, copy, and come right down here, else, if that is this guy here, cut that off, paste that in here, and let's assume the name is, let's say, Larry Santana. Yep. And Larry Santana leaves 37. Let's say Wickman Road. And his postcode. There. That's Larry Santana taken care of. So grab this again. So we've done 2, we have 3 more to go. Paste. So the next one, grab hold of that, cut that off, paste that here, and we can call this Paul Parker. And Paul Parker 90. Let's say hallway. Yeah. Now copy this. Larry's taken care of. Let's say we have Mary Allen and she lives in number 1 Godson Place. Right, 1 Godson Place. There we go. And that is female. We now need to change the reference. We have 2 more to go. Let's grab all of this. Okay. Cut and place that in here. There. Now, the last one. Copy. Paste. Let's get rid of this here. Okay. Now this is the last one. Cut that off. Paste that right in here. I had to copy the reference number. It's easier for me that way. You can do it anyhow you want. So this one, let's say, is Grace Stanmore, and she lives in, let's say, number 19 Lido, Venice. There, those are all my people in place, all the employees. But supposing if it's empty, then we want this. If here is nothing, if it's nothing, then this will be nothing. Just clear. There. Okay, so have a good look at that, and we need to try it out now. It's just basically the same lines of code, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I must save that and click on run. There we go. Now select one of those. There. You see that, guys? That's what I'm talking about. There we go. And if we select none, then I expect that to change. Okay, let's go back in there. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Something. Nothing. Okay, let's double click on that and scroll right down. Alright, I'm now going to use this function. I'm going to use dash selected items. That should work. If it's equals nothing. No, it's okay. Selected index, not item. If the selected index equals 0. Okay, in terms of index, that means 0, 1, 2, up to 5. Then run. Let's see. It's coming up now. There. Select something. Index 0. There we go. Index, that's 2. And index 0 again. Okay, that's fine. So that's working fine. Now, let's take care of this. Let's take care of total first. Let's add all of these together, then this one will be the last thing we do. Yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. Alright, this one works as well. But the period is gone. We need to take care of the period. Let's go into, I think it's form load. So let's go back into resets. Double click on reset. Inside reset, right underneath here, I'm going to use the form is called my form underscore load, and let's grab hold of the center comma E there and end that. I think that should take care of the months, the number of the month. The month is supposed to be 8 in there. Run that again. There we go. Okay, I'm going to enter some data in there. Click on reset. There we go. That's it. It's right in there. Let's see, can we get rid of data in here as well? Yes, we can. So that's fine. That's good. Exit out. Let's take care of. Now let's double click on payments. Right inside this payment, first of all, let me call my button called BTN reference. So let's just say BTN pay reference. There we go. That is it right there. If it's clicked, then I want the sender to take care of the rest. Sender alt E. Okay, that's fine. One down. Now I'm going to declare the following variable double. So I'm going to call the first one deduct. Let's say deduct comma and gross there. Now using try to cache whatever problem that I might run into, and grab hold of the cache here, just paste it right underneath there. Now right inside the try, first thing first, the variable that was declared at the beginning, inner city wages, that is going to be, let's convert that, convert to double whatever is entered into this text box, txt city wages. That to be dot text, so whatever we have in there, get it converted to that. Now we need to repeat the same thing for the basic and so on. Just grab hold of this basic pay, and that's equals the following. So change this one to basic pay. Right, basic salary is called. Okay, done. Now the next one is overtime. Paste all of that in there and just change this to overtime. There we go. So when we add any of these, any amount we enter in here is stored right in here. Okay, now for these three components in here, I'm going to then convert them to pound sign as well. So let's say that would be equals string format. I want you to convert this to pound sign. Double quotes, double, and then we enter curly braces, so that will be 0, column C, comma, and that is going to be, no, the comma should be out here, inner city. convert whatever you have inside inner city to pound sign. There we go. Enter that there. Okay, that's done. Over here, that should be format. Yeah, it's right. It's format. Okay, that's done. Let's repeat the same thing for the others. Copy that. Basic pay, no, basic salary. Paste and changes to basic salary. Where did I get the S from? There we go. Now I'm gonna copy all of this, paste, and this is going to be overtime. Change that to overtime, and this become overtime as well. There we go, all done. So if I run that now, let's just play around with that and see before we continue with the rest. There. So we still need to work on this one. Okay. Click on that, convert that to that, so that's good. Alright, end that. Now right underneath here, let's take care of the tax. To work out the tax, I'm going to add up all of this. Open a bracket, plus basic pay, plus overtime. That is tax taken care of. Let's multiply it by maybe 9 and divide it by 100. Put a division sign here, and let's close this up. 1, 2. There, that is tax taken care of. Let's take care of pension. That's pension. I'm going to make that about 12, so you pay enough pension. That will help you when you're old. Then student loan, paste. So student loan, let's say you're paying about 5% of your wages. Then NI payment, let's say that's about 3%. There we go. That is it. Done. So we now need to assign all of those into their respective components. So let's say LBL tax. The text that is going to be equals. We need to get that converted as well. So I'm going to grab hold of all of these. Just copy that, paste that here, then change this to tax. There we go. Done. And repeat the same thing for the others. Copy that. LBL pension, paste. Change this to pension. Copy. Paste. Then student loan. LBL student loan. Paste. We'll come back to that. Then we have LBL NI payment. Yeah. Paste. So change student loan to student loan. There, NI payment to NI payment. Copy, paste. Alright, so that is taken care of. Now let's just speed this up and work out the deduction. So I'm still going to show it to you guys. I don't mean speed it up by deduction. That will be equals as follows. We want to add up tax plus pension plus student loan and plus NI payment. Those are the constant that is deducted from your wages. Right, that is taken care of. Now we also need to take care of the gross pay. So for the gross pay, that is it here. This is the gross pay. Grab all of that. We can grab all of this and just bang it down here as well. There we go. Now let's work this out. LBL gross pay, and that is going to be equals, let's grab hold of this, paste that here, and that is the gross. There. Now LBL deduction, and grab hold of all of these, paste it right there, then deduction there. Now LBL net pay, grab hold of all of this, and we need to subtract gross pay from deduction. So I'm going to grab hold of gross, paste that here, let's put them in a comma, subtract, put another comma here. Okay, we've taken care of the gross pay. Now let's work out the total, the taxable income and the taxable income and the pensionable income. So we have something there that I declare called period. So we say period equals the number of the months, and that is going to, we need to convert that though. Convert to double, and what we are converting to double is LBL tax period dot text there. Now whatever we have in here is stored right in here now. So the month is 8 is here. So now let's use that 8 to work out taxable LBL taxable pay dot tax. That will be equals, I'm going to grab hold of all of these, paste that in here. So that is going to become tax multiplied by period. There we go. That will give you total tax you paid for the year. And the next one is going to be LBL. That will be pensionable, pension paid I call it, because it's too long as pensionable, so put that in there. And that is going to be pension multiplied by period. And that's all. Yeah, so let's try this out. Have a good look at the lines of code. There's no error, so that's good. Take it from here. We have not finished. We've not finished with this, so we may have to. Let's run it. There. Now I'm going to enter some value in here. And the overtime, we need to do something about this. Enter the name. Okay, click on that. There we go. Look at that. All of the information required stored. The gross pay, deduction, deduct it from this, that gives you the net pay. That is all, guys. So that's good. Now what I want to do next is when I click on the payment button here, I want to be able to generate the payslip. So to do that, first of all, let's exit out. And I'm going to scroll down. Let's double click on the payment button. And right here, underneath here, so maybe we should just put a line there so that we know where the payslip starts from. Right, that's the payslip. Okay, first of all, let's clear whatever we have inside the payslip. So we just say that clear. There. We now need to get this payslip just to give us a line there. So we're gonna have to append. So let's come in here, paste the payslip there. Say append text. And the very first content I would just want you to append is just going to be the, let's say, append to the next line. So giving us a space above there. Now let's do as follows. I'm going to copy that, paste, and for this very first one I am going to enter a tab there, and how we enter a tab is backslash and T, so that stands for tab. Alright, I'm going to enter one more tab, and what I want it to display is going to be, let's just say Pan Africa. That's the name of the company, Pan Africa, and we can just say dash payslip there. And right here, let's enter, go to the next line. That's for the next line. I think maybe 2 of those as well. Right, that's the very first one. The second one, I'm gonna copy this, paste that here, and this one is going to be, let's go for about, first of all, let's enter the name there. The name is going to be wage reference there. And we now need to enter, so we'll need about, let's say 3 of those. Close that off, plus the next one, that is going to be the name of, that's going to be LEL wage reference dot text plus another new line. Okay, I'm going to run this. I just want to see how that's going to look like for now. So let's run that. Click on run. Yeah, it's coming up now. There we go. We enter some values in there. There. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, the reference and so on is there. Okay, I'm going to set you for that. Exit out. Now copy. And let's paste. Now the next one is going to be pay reference. And this one is going to be LBL pay reference. pay reference. No, it's not LBL, it's COB pay reference. There we go, we found out. Now the next one, that's gonna be full name. And this is going to be TXT full name. There. And here, tax. And this is going to be LBL tax. And here, pension. So that'll be LBL pension. There. Then we have student loan. Enter student there. And this is going to be TXT. No, I think it's LBL. LBL student loan. Yeah. Next, let's go for, let's see, we have longer text here. After the student loan, we go for NI payment. That's going to be LBL NI payment. Right. Let's copy. Now we need tax code. No, tax period. So this is tax period. Let's do this other one, so I'm just going to have to make that up. That's tax code, and the other one is going to be, that should be, this should have been tax code, and this will be tax code. I want to arrange them in order, so grab that, paste, paste, and paste. Okay, we have tax code. This is going to be NI number then. NI number. LBL NI number. Right. Then we have NI code. And change this to NI code. Then we have the taxable, pensionable, the gross, the deduction, and net pay. Okay, so this is going to be taxable. Taxable pay. And this is going to be taxable thing pay. Let's see, yeah, that works. Then we have pensionable, but I changed that to, okay, let's just enter pensionable pay. Now the name here is different. It's going to be pension paid. Pension paid. Right. So with pension paid, I'm going to make that just to undo that. Pension paid, I'm going to make that 2 tabs as well. Okay, now we have the gross pay. LBL gross pay. And this is going to be deduction. Deductions. Grab this, paste this here. And finally, net pay. I'm going to add one more back tab, or one more tab, I mean. So this is going to be net pay. Come right here, LBL net pay. Okay, I think that is all there is to it. So this will be the last one. I'm going to have to try this out. Let's see how that's going to look like. Save, run. There. Okay, let's enter some value in here. There. Click on that. There we go. That is how it's looking. Let's do one thing. Let's add all of those. I'm going to clear everything here new. Then add it. Come back in here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add some space in between, maybe one or two more. Add a space here and another space here, then one here. Okay, yeah. Then we need to get some indented. Add one more indentation here. Okay, one more tab. Right. Okay, let's come in here first. Add here, one here and here, one and right here. There. Let's run that again. Actually, I need to know where the tabs are meant to go. So just enter whatever in here for now. Add. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to exit out. I'm going to use this as my reference to get it tabbed from. That's pay reference, tax. Okay, let's move this aside. Pay reference. There. Tab. Add a tab. Not next line. That's a tab there, and a tab here, a tab here, and one here. Okay, now let's come in here. Code, IN code, NI code, I mean. Here. Now let's come back in here, and we have pensionable. There. Okay, I'm going to exit out, or just exit out so that it's kind of like refresh. Run it one more time, and let's see. There. Enter some value here as well. There. Alright, that's good, much better. Okay then, now that that is taken care of, we need to take care of these ones. Right, that's much better. Okay, but we need to be able to add it straight onto our database. And these ones, once my mouse is there, if I clear it, once my mouse gets in there, I want it to automatically just clear everything, and I need a cursor in there. So let's take care of those first. So these are the lines of code for your payslip. Now let's come back in here, double click on the right. Let's come here, you see the city wage or wages. So let's go to the properties. Right here, select events, and what I need is mouse enter. That is it right there, the event mouse enter. Double click on the event mouse enter and press enter in there using try cache, and let's copy and paste cache underneath there. And now what we want is to use selection statements. So that is if txt ct wage dot text, if it's equals, let's put that in a quote, 0.00, then we use an or as well. Grab hold of all of this, or if there's a pound sign there and it's 00, we want the following to happen. Now I want it to default back to 0 and clear everything out. Clear it out, get it empty, and at the same time, and I want it to set focus. And focus. There we go. So that takes care of that. Now we need to now repeat the opposite for mouse enter. Let's come in here. Repeat the opposite for mouse leaves. Make sure it's selected, go to the properties. That's mouse leaves right there. Double click on mouse leaf, the event mouse leaf, and right in here. Now I can copy all of this and just change things around. Paste that in here. Mouse leaves. With the mouse leaves, if everything is 0, when the mouse leaves, and if that is equals that, that should be double equals. In that case, change this to 0.00. Get rid of this. That's it. That takes care of mouse leaves. Now I want to copy this. I want to use that for the next one. I think I may have copied it, I don't even know. Let's go back to the design view there, and right here the next one is going to be basic pay. Select basic pay, go right to the properties. Let's look for mouse enter. Right, press enter and come right here. All we need to do is to change it all to basic pay. Basic salary actually is called. There we go. And this as well. There. Done. Copy this. I'm going to use that for mouse leaves. So go back in here. Why the basic salary is still selected, I'm going to go straight to the properties and look for mouse leaves. Double click on mouse leaves. paste the function in there. Get rid of all of this. And there we go. If it's empty, while the mouse leaves, we want this in there. Get rid of that. And that takes care of mouse leaves. Now we need to take care of, okay, with the overtime, let's come down here, select overtime. Now go to the properties, double click on mouse, enter, and right here paste that in there and just change the name to overtime. It's overtime here, and here. One part of overtime cleared. Copy that. Now back to the events mouse leaves. Select the properties of overtime mouse leaves, double click on that, press enter, paste. Now get rid of all of this, or just copy, drag it in here and delete all of this off there, and get rid of the focus. That is that taken care of, all done. I'm going to save that. Let's run it and see. Click on run. There guys. Now mouse enter, mouse leaves, mouse enter, mouse leave, mouse enter, mouse leave. That is good. So we can enter value in there. There we go. Run. Okay, now click on that. That is good. Alright, seems everything is done now. Now we need to take care of this and take care of open, save, and print, and that will be all. No, that's not all, with these ones as well. Okay, let's go to our form design. Okay, so let's take care of open. We can do this here or do that here. Let's take care of it here. Double click on this. Now in here, so I'm going to use try cache, try, right underneath here we enter our cache, and that is going to be exception EX. So let's enter message box dot show message, and the message is going to be EX dot message. Right, there we go. I could have just copied this, but that's okay. Now let's say open dialog 1, that is, let's say dot filter, yeah, and that will be equals text files and the following. Okay, now let's use an if statement. If open show dialog, enter parentheses, is equals system column window, column forms, and column dialog if that is OK, column, OK. Then we want the following: RT Payslip. Yeah, RT Payslip, I would like you to load up. So load file. Okay, let's go back and just dash load file. There. And in here, just enter, open that into the dialog, dash file name, comma, and that's going to be in the form of a rich text box. Rich text box, text box, string type, and let's make that plain. There, lock that up. Alright, so that is taken care of. So open is taken care of. Now I'm going to copy this, come right in here and just change that for the other open. So come up here, double click on open, and just call the function alone, paste that in there, block that, and I've just called the function that I've just written. That is the name of the function, okay, of the button. So that is called in here, and you can also put that in a try catch if you want. Okay, so let's just say try and catch. There, you can put that in a try catch. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to copy all of this. I want to use it for the save. Let's come in here, click on save. Let's use this one again. Paste, and here I'm going to change this to save. Right, just grab that and change that to save as well. Here, change that to save, and here that's going to become save as well. Right, okay, file name, but the difference is going to be here, is going to be rich text box. Yeah, that will be rich text box. Let's Payslip dot text. Alright, now to get the system to write into the save dialog, so here we're going to say system column IO column file column write. That would be write all text. Yeah, I think that's it, done. Now let me just give it a last look properly and make sure that it's correct. Okay, that is safe, taken care of. I'm going to copy this now and just paste it on the other one. Copy, come in here, the open on the menu, I think is this. No, save. Yeah, paste, grab hold of try catch, get rid of all of this, try, no, not a square bracket but a curly bracket. Alright, that is that taken care of. Now let me run it before I take care of the last one. I think the last one on the menu is just the print. Okay, let's open something. Click on open. Yeah, it's working. I can open anything now. Let's go in here. I can just come right here and let's see this. Yep. Yeah, I can open something. I can clear. I can open. That is good. Can I save? Click on save. Yes, I can. Just call it save one. Save it on my desktop. File, new, file, open, save one. Where is it? Here. There. That is it. Done. Alright then, and I need to print, and I also need to be able to change the colors around. Cut, those ones are working already. So let's take care of print and color with fonts. There. Now come back in here. Let's go to color, double click on color. Okay, I'm going to let's look for an easy way out. I'm just going to copy all of this. Yep. Come right down here, paste, and get rid of all of this. I don't need that. Changes to color dialog 1. Color dialog 1, show an equal system. If that is okay, then I want my RT here. This very one, get rid of that. RT color, that should be color. No, for color. And that is going to be equals color dialog. I want you to show color. Color dialog, show color. There, that's it. That's the color taken care of. Have a good look at that. Now I'm going to copy these same lines of code and modify it for the font. Copy. And let's go back there for the font. Double click on the font and paste that in there. So all I'm changing here is going to be the font. Change this to font. Yeah. And this will be font. If this is font, then here will be font as well. And this will be font. I think that is it. Done. That's good. So let's try those two out. Click on run. There we go. Enter some data in there. Come right in here. Enter whatever. There. Check out the color first. Color. And let's make that red. There, it's working. Let's change the font. I'm going to make that 10, make that bold. Right, look at that, guys. Let's push it. Let's make it 20. It's going to be nasty. There, look at that. And return it back to 10. Font 10. There, guys. See that? That's good. So let's exit out. Oh, wait a minute. We need to take care of this. This is just what is left now. Every other thing is done. There's the print. Yeah, the print. Yeah. Exit out. Come right there. So for the prints, make sure you have your print dialog, and the print dialog the document must be set to print document 1, else it's not going to work. Okay, so I've copied that. Documents must be set to print document 1. Now let's come in here to the print button, double click on the print icon there, press enter, and in there the first thing is, let's go for try cache. Then in there we say print dialog dot document, that is it, and that is going to be equals print document 1 there, and print preview dot show dialog, and that is it. Enter parentheses. That is that done. I'm going to copy this, the cache statement, put it right underneath. So that is the print, and this same lines of code I can use it for the other one, or just copy the button name. Copy that. Let's go to the dialog. So right in here, go to file, double click on print, and like I said, you can copy the whole lines of code and paste it there, or you can just paste this right there, just calling that button and get rid of this. There we go. That is the button name, click event. I've just called the click event of this send e to this function. Okay, you do it that way, or you copy everything here and paste it right in there. There, just like that. It's the same. I'm going to undo that, leave it this way. Alright, now I think that's, there's one more thing for the print that we need to take. Save that. We need to take care of the print document itself. Double click on the print document, and inside the print document here, I'm going to use try cache that I've just copied, get rid of all of this, and let's say e dot graphics, and that is going to be dot draw string, and the string that you're going to be drawing will be inside Payslip dot text, comma. Now we want the garbage collect new, and that is going to be system column drawing column font, and the font that I want to use, I'm going to change that to, let's say, Time New Roman. There, comma, and the font size, make that about 14. Then the font style, that is going to be, let's say, regular. There. Let's just press enter here so that you guys can see it all. So that's going to be regular. Then I'm going to put a comma here. Yeah, let's press enter again, and the next one is going to be the type of brush that we're going to be using. So brush, I think is brushes, column, you can make that the default color black, comma, let's say 100 by 100 as a coordinate for it there, and that's all there is to that. that print is taken care of now. And that is it. So finally, let's take care of add to, that would be add to the database. Now let's enter something in there and see if the print is working. There we go, print. That is it, your print is working. You just need to press this or try this one out. Print, there, it's working. Alright, now let's take care of this. We need to be able to enter everything straight onto the database. The time is going. Okay, let's scroll right down to the add new. Double click on add new, or maybe add data, whatever, come in here. Let's use try cache. I'm gonna grab hold of this. We are almost done, so you guys have no problem. It's a very good tutorial, but it's long. No pain, no gain. So let's start by saying, Con, I want you to open the database. Open my database before anything can be done. Once that is open, and I want OLEDB command here, and I'm going to create an instance of a command known as cmd, and cmd is going to be equals my connector. I want you to then create a command. There we go. And cmd dot command type, that will be equals command type, and that is going to be text. Okay, now cmd that command text, that will be equals, and I want to use SQL statement, select or insert into payroll the following. Now, what are we inserting into the payroll? Let me open up my database right here. Let's open up the database. You guys see that now. Right click, go to design view. So this is what I'm entering. All of these fields we have to be entered in there. So I'm going to copy the very first one there. This database is made available. Just click. You guys should be able to see it on the description area. So paste that, enter a comma, the next one, copy. So enter all of the fields in there. There's 21 or 22 or so. The next one is employee, paste. Next is first name, paste. I recommend you copy and paste whatever database you're using so that you don't make any mistake. Copy, paste. Next, address, copy, paste. Now I'm going to go to the next line. Just press enter so that you guys will see it. I should put a comma here really and do that. Put a comma and press enter. Now the next one here is going to be, let's put a plus here. The next one is going to be postcode, copy, paste, and so on. So I'm going to enter all of these fields. Okay, city within. I'm just gonna speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. A city within there, and that is it, all done. All of the fields in here, they are now on the system. See, the last one is the pay, net pay. Now let's run that up. So now on the value that I'm going to be entering will come directly from the text box and the labels. So let's say plus, press enter. The very first one is going to be CBO text, no, CBO pay rate dot text, and that we adding is going to be whatever we have in there, the reference. So enter a comma here and a single quote, come out of it, enter a plus sign. Good, that is taken care of. I'm going to copy this because it's easier for me this way. Copy. The next one is going to be LBL wage reference, paste, done, followed by TXT employee employer there. Then I have CBO gender, paste. Then I have the address, look at it here, that's what I'm following. The next one is going to be TXT address, paste. And I have postcode, TXT postcode, paste. And after postcode I have city within, TXT city within of wages. Then TXT basic pay, basic salary, TXT overtime, paste. We are almost done. Now we have the overtime. We now need LBL tax, paste. LBL pension, LBL pension, paste. LBL student loan, paste. And what else? We have student loan, LBL net pay, paste. And we have LBL tax period, paste. Okay, if you guys look at what I'm doing, I'm actually following this according to the naming of my system. So the next one is going to be LBL tax code. So let's come right down here, LBL tax code, paste that. Now LBL NI number, LBL NI number, paste. LBL NI code, paste. Undo that, paste it right there. Undo that again, what happened? NI code there, alright. LBL taxable pay, there's something wrong there. Let's copy one here, LBL pensionable. There. LBL gross pay. LBL deduction. And finally, LBL net pay. That's it. Thanks for your patience, guys. Now we just need to round up the whole process in there. So let's enter double quotes, single quotes, close the brackets, come out of it, end. And that is it. Done. Now we now need the CMB dot execute non-query, and we also need to close the system, close the connection, dash close. And finally, I'm just going to add a message box to tell us if we have successfully enter into the system or whatever. So I can just maybe grab hold of this, change it around. Oh, it's right here as well. Underneath here, paste that in here, message box. That will show up. Put a comma here, a column and the message box will read record saved by successfully. Yeah, that will do. Close that. And that's it. So we can then, if you want, you can enter dialog system. That's the title. Alright. Dialog system, and here enter comma message box button column okay comma message box icon, and that'll be all. Column information, and that's all there is to it, guys. And I'm now going to run the system. Have a good look at it. Those are the lines of code that will actually add the data straight onto your assets, straight into here. As you can see, there's nothing in there for now. Okay, we're going to minimize that and have another look at the lines of code again. Take it from the top and bring it down. There we go. There. And I'm now going to run it. So let's click on run. It's coming up. And there we go, guys. But before I do any other thing, let me show you there's nothing in there, as you can see. Okay, so let's enter some data in here. Close this, minimize that, enter whatever data in there, select anybody's name and enter as follows. And over time, click on total, there, and let's add straight to the database. Click on the add new. There we go. Look at that. Record saved successfully. Click on OK. Now let's open up our database. It has to be refreshed. Double click on that. There we go. Look at that. Mary Allen. There we go. Look at all the information for Mary Allen. And that is it, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. There are a lot of benefits for those who are members. So, and for those of you who are members, I just want to say thank you to all for all your support. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.